Koikimedia, we're bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia, 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 we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia, 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 we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
Àwa sálára àgbáyédá, àwa ló láṣà àti èdè. Gbígbédè lárugẹ nílẹ̀ Oòduà o, àwa gangan ni bàbá.
Koikimedia, 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 we bringing the world closer to your doorstep.
They never sabi wetin we carry for her.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
I said they never know wetin we carry for body.
But they move closer before they go sabi.
Ọ̀kín lọ lọ́jà ẹyẹ, kìnìún ló ló lajú.
Ẹyẹ tó lórí kodò bí àdán apẹ̀jẹ̀ lẹ́nu.
Ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ilẹ̀ bàbá wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ fún ìlú bàbá wa, ká jùmọ̀ sowọ́pọ̀ ká lè gbó Odùduwà.
Odùduwà kò bá lè gbé wá.
Ọmọ Odùduwà ṣe gírí, ẹ dìde fún ẹ̀tọ́ adúláwọ̀, ká lè jọ jùmọ̀ gbé délẹ̀ ìlérí, ká wálé gba ògo ilẹ̀ wa, ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká lè jọ gbàdé, ká lè gbàdé adé adúláwọ̀, àwa ni mọ̀lẹ̀ tí yóò tàn káàkiri.
Ọmọ Odùduwà ni wá.
Koikimedia, àwa là ń gbé tó lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá mọ̀ ní.
Kásá ẹgbẹ́ polówó ọjà wá kájé bùgbà yín jẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá mọ̀ ní.
À ń gbé tó lárugẹ, à ń gbàsà lárugẹ.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá mọ̀ ní.
News and sports ẹ máa rí gbọ́.
Ètò tó pọ̀jù owó tí wàá mọ̀ ní.
Ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi ló ní kí n máa ké tantan. Koikimedia ọ̀rọ̀ lágbájúmọ̀ mi o, máa bá ṣẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ o. Ọmọ Yorùbá nìyẹn, ọmọ Yorùbá tata o. À ń gbádùn rẹ, ọmọ Ìjẹ̀bú alárẹ̀ mi, ṣẹ́yìn ló máa fi dìbò tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ o. Ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa ń dé mádémádé, ẹ̀yin lọ́mọ onígbò máa wọ̀ o. Igbó máa wọ̀ gbàjòjì ò gbọ́dọ̀ wọ, àjòjì tó bá wọ bẹ́ẹ̀ á bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní ẹbọra. Ẹ̀yin lọ máa náwó kóyìnbó tó dé, ìgbà tó yìnbó dé o, owó náà dẹ́ tún pọ̀ sí o. Koikimedia ṣàwa ní bàbá. Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Àdáńtọ́ àtúnpèrègèdè.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Àwa là ń gbé tò lárugẹ, jẹ́ ká jọ gbọ́ o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Àtúnjà fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa, fẹ́tọ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Ọmọ Oòduà ni wá o, tọkàntọkàn.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Ikú tó ṣe bí lébi òsì, àdìmú bàbá iyọ̀.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
We bring you work closer to your doorstep.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Afẹ́fẹ́ tó ń fẹ́ o, tó ń kan gíoko lára ni.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Àpèrègèdè Olódùmarè ló fún wa ṣe.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Gbogbo ayé ẹ gbọ́, àwa ní bàbá o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Ẹ máa bọ̀ wá, ẹ gbé polówó ọjà yín wá o.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
Odùduwà la gbé dání, òtítọ́ la gbé dání.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
A kì í sọ̀dálẹ̀, a kì í sódì kẹta.
Koikimedia àwọn ní bàbá.
A dúró tán, a tún pèrègèdè.
Koikimedia àwọn ní
closer to your doorstep. Koikimedia is around
To give us latest.
Is around
To give us latest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó pójú gbogbo.
ladies and gentlemen,
Ẹ mú kalẹ̀ sílẹ̀, ẹ tẹ́tí ẹ gbọ́ ètò tó pójú gbogbo.
Koikimedia is around.
It's been on like almost some few days, and each time I'm off like that, I have enough rest, and it's always great to be back online. When I'm not on, I sit back and I watch quite a lot, and that allows me to prepare for my next program. Moki Bubu Akwe, wherever you're watching, we're live on Koikimedia. We are not on the YouTube Koikimedia, but we are live on the backup YouTube channel, which is the WD76, for those of you that are not aware. Mokiwakwe Ekabosori Koniwa. This is a live transmission, and it's quite late in London. It's almost midnight, but as usual, the United Kingdom is a 24 hours system, and that means that life goes on as some people go to bed. Báwọn kan ṣe ń wọ bẹ́ẹ̀dì lọ, bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn kan resume ibi iṣẹ́ to look after the public. Whether you are working in the public sector, the private sector, or you have your own business, the United Kingdom runs 24/7. It doesn't sleep. One of the most busiest places around the world, including in New York and Tokyo and many other countries and cities like that. I'm not sure if Lagos is similar to that. I welcome you once again to the transmission. It's going to be a mix. Amaso Yoruba, Ademaso Ede Gẹ̀ẹ́sì. While I was contemplating whether to return back tonight or take a bit of more time to relax, the problem is that when people like us are not online, not that we don't have many of our medias that are working around the clock, and we are grateful to have them. It is also important that people like us at this crucial time do not go away for too long. I would have loved to leave a couple of more days, probably return back before Friday, and that will give me more time to sleep, eat, return back quickly, so that you would also be updated with quite a lot of things surrounding the purpose of this platform, which is self-determination. There are many things that could get you distracted, and you might not know that Nigeria is going down. It could be the 100 days fasting of Babadeboye. It could be the OLAYOMI Hamzat. It could even be the Northerners probably deceiving themselves that they want to break away from Nigeria. There are many distractions, or it could just be the wildfire that is going on in Los Angeles and it is not yet contained. That means that even as powerful as America could be, they've not been able to save the lives of properties of the wealthiest place in America. And I imagine if Gbasgbo starts in Nigeria, how many of these wealthy people will be able to stay behind to witness it? We pray that there will not be Gbasgbos and we can resolve all our problems internally, amicably, and we can allow the disintegration of Nigeria. But anything short of that, we must prepare for the worst case scenarios. And that is why we are telling those, or it could be the Obasa that has been removed as the speaker. I'm sure some Yorubas are even happy, probably in the hope that whoever they are planning to be the next governor is the best option for us. The people have the right to stop what we want and what we disagree. But I'm not sure how long I can stay, but it is still better to be out, at least, than not to be out. Tabajade, it is a privilege to be out. Without you, there is not us. You make the show. Ours is to research and bring development of what is happening. Let me first say kudos to the Koikimedia team that are working round the clock with limited resources. Limited resources. It is easy when you see the live program from Koiki back home. It is not the 2-3 minute video that you could pick up on the social media. We're talking about length long of videos and interviews and engagement. So imagine if we have the capacity, the resources, we can cover all the 191 local governments within Yoruba land easily, at least to protect us from the danger of what we have not been told. But unfortunately, many Yoruba people that have the fund are restricting it in the hope that it is of no use to support organizations like these that are dedicated and ready to serve the people. But it's okay. Tomorrow, my team will be traveling again to Ibadan for the Say No to Sharia Law in Yoruba land at the NUJ, where it will be taking place. So, Itebawani Ibadan, Lola, please, if you can join them tomorrow, it will be a privilege so that our voices can be heard among the nations of the world. If we sit back and we wait for countries to come and help us, every country is dealing with multiple problems. So I pray that our own problem, we can sort it out within ourselves. Country to it does not matter how many countries Baba Akintoye will speak to. What we need to do first is to prove ourselves that yes, Afekurono Nigeria. I have told you that Afekurono Nigeria is not going to happen on the social media, but the engagement must be done on the social media, which is exactly what we are doing. But if anybody hopes that Yoruba Nation will just come to you on the social media, you would have to wait a very long time. So as tomorrow is another day for say no to Sharia law in Yoruba land, we expect many of us to participate if you can. Níbi tí ó ti máa ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́la ní the NUJ Press Center, Ìyágànkù, Ìbàdàn at 10 a.m. Come all if you are for freedom. They are not going to pín àkàrà or puff. Some Yoruba believe that tẹ́ ẹ bá fún wa ní kankan, we are not going to get involved. And that means that some of them refuse to participate because they have been used to politicians giving them donuts and all other things before they can attend events. Ẹ má fi òfin Sharia dá ilẹ̀ Yorùbá rú. Kudos to Comrade George Akinola. He has been in this struggle at least as far back as 2017. And what do I mean by that? He has made it known that the Yorubas needs to free because Nigeria is no longer workable. But they are doing everything to keep us together. Those that still believe in the lies of the politicians. While I was relaxing this evening, I was watching my good friend, my brother, Seun Akimbaloye, a program that he did 4 days ago, where the political elite are gathering again to deceive millions of Nigerians about what they will do that is never going to happen. So the guest that he was interviewed was reminding us how Tinubu also ran away from Nigeria during the period of Abacha. But Tinubu is back now, and it seems that he has become another tyrant by not giving for freedom of speech. But one thing is, no matter how powerful we all are, no matter how strong we are all going to exit at some point. So we pray that Tinubu listen in time before Nigeria will finally collapse on its head, either in a peaceful fashion or in a very bloody one. And I've never been shy to say that those that keep saying that there can never be a war in Nigeria, well, you must have to tell those politicians that the only way you can avert a war is to allow plebiscite referendum. Nigeria will not be the first country to be going through what is going through, and it's not as powerful as Soviet Union. So if anybody is in doubt that the little things that we are still trying to resolve internally can blow into a proportionate one, it is just a matter of a spark, and there will be blood all over the place, and there will be death, and Tinubu might end up at the ICC for crime against humanity. And that is why we are always trying to let him know that there is nothing trying to slow down and make it, because the Northerners have made it known from many of their videos that Tinubu deceived them with the Muslim ticket, and there's quite a lot of things happening. But tomorrow, fẹ́yìn ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ bá wà ní Ìbàdàn, wọ́n ní pín àkàrà, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní pín omi, but tẹ́ bá feel pé ẹ̀tọ́ yín ni láti attend this press conference, is a benefit for every one of us. But I know Yoruba people, they're not going to go because we're too, we don't take things very serious. We have looked at everything as politics. Or like it Tinubu ni, or hate it Nigeria ni, and eventually until things start falling apart, they will start crying out, which is exactly what a lot of people are doing right now. So tonight, mo kí Baba Akintoye, mo dẹ̀ kí wọn dáadáa. For the work he's doing to liberate us from the shackles and the crime scene of Nigeria as quickly as possible. It is not going to come easy. So if anybody sit back and say, Uncle Mark Babeyen, those I the politicians. I was watching a video on the X. About more X. We'll probably say Twitter. But it's no longer known as Twitter. It is known as X. But for the purpose of the discussion, the Yoruba road transport system in Nigeria, in Ogun State, part of the lifestyle that they enjoy is they'll collect all the revenues from the average layman on the road through keke napel, through Okada, through all other means. And I will not show the video, but you can go and watch it yourself on the Sahara Reporter on the X. These are our own people that you expect that something good will come out of it. And what am I trying to say is that I'm trying to get the video, the write-up. I've seen the video. These are according to the video. It was posted on Sahara Reporter 11 hours ago. Ogun State Chairman of Motorcycle Owners and Riders Union, Amoran Taufik Shokoya Danku, and his allies spotted partying with strippers on a private yacht in Lagos State after reportedly collecting 700 million naira from struggling union members and selling out the union members to Eleyi, the governor of Ogun State, Dapo Abiodun. The video I can see in front of me is a stripper dancing on Fọwọ́pálọ́yàn. And I'm trying to be raw so that you understand that if you're expecting these kind of people to be part of Yoruba Nation to save your life, you are not going to get Yoruba Nation. There's nothing wrong if you're having great time as long as it's your own hard-earned money. But what they've done in Yoruba land is they've used the same Yoruba people that are struggling to enrich themselves. So that's the kind of lifestyle that many of them want to enjoy, while you that continue to attack people like us, will not see where we are seeing that as we enjoy the road transport system in the United Kingdom, where the services is available because we have paid for it. But in difference, these individuals are Yorubas, they are not Igbos, they are not Hausa, but part of the intimidation within the system is that and this kind of things is quite upsetting to some of us, that the struggling Okada rider that is just making peanuts, wagba 2,000 lọ́wọ́ ilé, 4,000 níbẹ̀ yẹn, 3,000 níbẹ̀ yẹn, 10,000 níbẹ̀ yẹn. By the time the money comes together, it becomes a big money. And the governor looks away because they are part of the whole cartel. And the politicians use them to intimidate you. And that is why they can make so much money, revenue, and then enjoy it with strippers in Lagos State. I mean, even if you are spending the money in Ogun State, I will not even be upset. But the money now is taken to Lagos State, which is another state entirely. And they use that money to enjoy themselves. And some of the comments that I've read underneath, definitely don't expect the Igbos not to attack you on this kind of, post. And based on some of the names of those that are already attacking, I could tell, because this one is Ugo, says Togri is a business industry in the southwest Yoruba land. Now, Yoruba, you will now want to attack this Igbo man. Is it wrong to say that Togri is a big business? Because if we have been able to do the Omoluabi, where everybody enjoy themselves but respect the society and respect who we are from the private and the the public sector, and where everybody pays due tax, and your tax is used to prepare the roads, the light, the hospital, many of us will not complain. Even if you take many strippers and use them for whatever you want to use them for, but as long as it's not public money. But these are people that are using public fund to live a lifestyle that you would be if they were not using the public fund. So, but Yoruba people, we leave everything to Jesus Christ and Muhammad rather than tackle it headlong. But no, it can't happen like this. This is not who we are, and it can be stopped. But Tabani can stop it. Why are you pushing me while you are far away in Europe with your children? I'm just lucky to be here in the United Kingdom and lucky to be at least knowledgeable to know that even Taba Motele, even if some of us have seen it as nothing, but after a while, you start understanding that this is not the kind of lifestyle that many of us should be living. If you have your money, you have the right to live whatever lifestyle you want to live. But tó bá jẹ́ pé owó mẹ̀kúnnù lẹ fi ń ṣe fàájì, lẹ fi ń ní àwọn èèyàn lára as well, then it's not worth it. It's like me hearing that London transport managers or management have taken £20,000 and take strippers to wherever within the England. They would have to resign, because the purpose of we keeping them there is to make sure that if I want to go out now and I go on my app, my London bus app, right from my house, and I'm just looking at it right now, and it can tell me that I won't give you the bus, but I'll tell you that there's a bus coming in 2 minutes, there's a bus coming in 6 minutes, there's a bus coming in 7 minutes, there's another bus coming in 8 minutes. 4 different buses going different location. After that 2 minutes, I've not set myself, I'm not ready yet, I can get the next one in 14 minutes. The one that is 6 minutes, I can get the next one in 21 minutes. Itoje 7 minutes, I can get it in 17 minutes. And Itoje 8 minutes, I can get it in 16 minutes or 24 minutes. That is 4 buses. Let's look at another bus stop. Again, this is the one going, okay, this one says no live timetable available yet, but I can view the buses directly as to know when they are going to arrive here. So let's go and look at another bus stop. Again, this one is going, the first one I looked at is going opposite this way, just for argument's sake. So the same buses, Toloni, the second direction, same buses. The one says I should expect it in 6 minutes. There's one going in 10 minutes, and there's another one in 14 minutes. Then when it gets to 12 midnight, it's still quarter past. Then we start getting the N, which is the night bus. The N is that it represents night bus that allows you to leave your house and still get to wherever you're going, whether you're going to work, you're going to meet your girlfriend, or whatever you want to do, as long as you have paid for the service. Now, paying for the service means that the service must be available for me. I don't want to leave my house knowing that I should get a 6-minute bus and I get to the bus stop, I'm the only one there and the driver drive off. He doesn't have to drive off because we have paid for that service. Many times you have spotted me alone on the bus, and I believe I have a video I posted about few days ago about myself alone on the bus. Many of us have got on the bus at the beginning of the journey or towards the end, and kò sẹ́lòmíì pẹ̀lú wa lórí bus yẹn. These are the kind of lifestyle that we want you to live, but it seems that ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà nílé àwọn kan, not gbogbo yín, you are adamant that we are pushing you too much, and that push means that we should just leave you to live this wreckage life until tí ọlọ́jọ́ máa fi dé. And for us, we are not satisfied. We are not happy. I believe we can watch the one that I did with Baba IGBOHO when he was in London just this January. Because Chief came here, I don't have to give you all the details, but he came here and then I managed to pick, few interviews there and there with him. And part of that interview is the one that we saw that 82% from a video, one video, Timoshe Pelu Chief, that video has been narrated by many analysts, even Hosseini Rufai, that, another, I don't, he's a short man devil as well because, he talks from his nose, saying that Igboho is talking rubbish, just like Abati. He has a visa to go to America. Most of you will never get a visa. So the privilege, the advantage doesn't want the privilege to enjoy. So, but they always want to be the foreburner, just like Reno. Reno has traveled to America. She was part of the NSAS, not a Salo. But what we are fighting for is not because, look, I have enjoyed my 25 years of living in the UK. And if we are going to sacrifice, whatever it takes to liberate you, we are ready. But if you are saying that you too want to come and enjoy 25 years before we liberate, look, I'm not disputing that you shouldn't travel down here. But your best bet is for us to fight it together. Kajoja níbẹ̀, Kajoja nísàlẹ̀, and free ourselves. Let me welcome my mom. Èyí tó kù mọ̀ fojú pa yín rẹ́. Mo kí Yàwá Fọláṣadé Òjó. Mo kí Ọlọ́rọ̀ TV Plus. Because I don't want to get distracted too much, but let me leave it like that. Màá kí gbogbo yín. Mo dẹ̀ fojú pa yín rẹ́, and I spotted you as well, triple DRS. So if you look at some of my engagements with Igboho while he was coming on the train, we were coming down and I was recording him, and you could hear the pain. Chief was here. He was in my house. You saw the video. He was sitting here when I did the interview with him, and we still have a few more, but some of them are not yet out in the public domain. But the fact remains is that I could see the pain in his eyes. I could see somebody that wants you to enjoy, watch football, travel, live the lifestyle that you want to live without any kind of intimidation. That is the video of the one I'm talking about. I'm not going to play it because what be on your sita, what they be the sita. But that is the video. You can go on the Sarah Reporter and you can watch it. Now, let's pick more comments quickly before we move further. This one, it says, Egbado man says, this is very reckless, unprofessional of Yele Sowore and his useless tabloid. You see, Lara Omo, what has Danku lifestyle got to do with? You see, these are the Yoruba rules that the Igbos always attack. Because this one is saying, what has their lifestyle got to do, with us? But he forgot that it is our money, the money from Okada rider, the pepper seller, the market women, and all these, petty traders. Owó yẹn ni wọ́n gbàjọ lọ́hùn fi lọ́ ṣe, tó gbé strippers tó ń fọwọ́ pa lọ́yàn. I mean, if they were using their private money, we don't have a problem with that. That is their own cup of tea. But if you're using the public fund then it is our right to challenge you and ask you why. Is it so? Because, like I said, the bus that I'm expecting says it's due, and there is still 2 more buses. Because I know that bus doesn't run night bus, but it's telling me that Tobashi, if you travel, Lale, there's one in 12 minutes and there's one in 24 minutes. There's another one that says that there's one in 3 minutes or 17 minutes or 28 minutes. By the time it's 12 midnight, I might not get that same bus, but for me to go to where I want to get to, rather than use that bus, I have to route it again with the N9 bus, or you go on the Uber, but you will still find your way there. Especially London, when it comes to transportation system. But again, you will always get some Yoruba that will back these criminal activities because they've not been able to see life from outside. All they've seen is their shitty adubo that doesn't have, I have somebody that have left Nigeria right now, as I speak to you, and throughout their stay, they've moaned, they've complained, they didn't enjoy it. Some of us might say you are enjoying Nigeria. This person says, he says he doesn't see what we are enjoying in Nigeria. But again, everybody has what he enjoys. Some people enjoy the madness. This one says nothing could still happen. Thuggery is recognized in Nigeria. The question is, are we going to continue with thuggery in Nigeria, or should we stop it? Should we want thuggery in our society, or should we want a society where, if there's going to be thuggery, we need to know why there's thuggery and if we can eliminate it? What exactly were they supposed to be doing with the extortion money? Start a charity organization? Another Yoruba weedy, bomb bastard like I call them. So this one is saying that, what do you expect them to be doing with extortion money? Start a charity organization. You can tell that we have different psychopaths, within the Yorubas. This one say, you guys are really mad. You don't know what is happening to you. Yet, useless organization with zero decency. This is an old video. I don't understand how the governor of Ogun State came into the picture. The Okada Union, where is it part of should be? Even if it's an old video, again, that's another problem. They're saying old video, but if it's an old video, that means the same people have used Yoruba land to intimidate us, to enrich themselves, and before you know, they will become the next politician. So we take one more. This one says, Yoruba culture permit and celebrate hooliganism. The most reason why street tout can be crowned a king in Yoruba land. Check out. You can see how, we have lost it completely. Now, look at the society that, how we captured IGBOHO while he was in London. This was London on the ground. The Prime Minister used the London Underground. I've seen DJ Copy. I've seen Seyi Makinde on the London Underground. I've seen many of our politicians use it as well. They sit there. Only people that knows them and say, this is our governor. Let's take picture. I'm sure while we were on the train, few people recognize IGBOHO, and some that doesn't recognize him doesn't even know who he is. But we know who he is because he's a freedom fighter and he's not a criminal. And let's listen to some of how we engage him while he was in London.
That client review was brutal.
We're going to be underwater for a week.
Báwo lè ṣe rí bíbá sí? Ṣé pé agbára wà láti ṣe?
So àfi káwọn ọ̀dọ́ dìde agbára lọ táàbà agbára lọ bó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn wọ́n ti bí ẹ̀sìn wọ́n ti bí pé wọ́n wá nǹkan tó kàn wá lamandasi nǹkan tó kàn wá gẹ́gẹ́ ni kí ká bá àwọn olórí ẹ̀yà ká béèrè fún right wa wọ́n lè pray country ká kọ́ ọmọ tó
right wa tá à ń béèrè ẹ̀ṣọ́ pé right wa ni.
ẹ̀tọ́ wa ni àwọn ẹ̀tọ́ wa tó ń bọ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ wa ọlọ́run ọba ló mọ̀ wọ́n dára sílẹ̀ so right wa ni tí ọba jẹ́ right wa ọlọ́run lè dára sílẹ̀ náà so nísìnyí bí táwa yà ní right mẹ́ Yes, kódà kan gbé pálí wa lọ́wọ́ bí àní right.
Ní UK,
àní right.
ní Europe.
Kì í ṣe right wa torí pé dúdú ni wa kì í ṣe right wa. Ìlú wa yẹn Áfíríkà yẹn ẹ̀bẹ̀ ni right wa.
Kí ni adùn tó wà láfíríkà tá a fẹ́ lọ sí Áfíríkà?
Adùn pọ̀ nbẹ̀ tó pọ̀ jù gbogbo nǹkan tọ́lọ́ máa ń fún yẹn táyé fi rọ̀ ẹ̀ lọ́rùn lọ́rùn fún Áfíríkà. Òun wà ní mójú òtútù wà ní onínú òtútù gbogbo la wà yìí. Irú òtútù yóò lè mú náà tó bá mú ní Nàìjíríà ìyẹn millions tó máa kú dànù. Gbogbo nǹkan Ọlọ́run ti ṣe létò fún wa torí pé Ọlọ́run fẹ́ràn wa. Ṣètò láti bọ àwọn olórí wa. Ìyá ìka ṣètò láti náà ṣe ní àwọn olórí láti
So àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn èèyàn máa ní self determination yẹn kí ni nǹkan tó mean gangan?
Ó mean many things ẹni tó bá sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ làákàyè rẹ̀ ti dọ̀ ni ó mean many things because tí ìlú wa bá dání àwa kò ní dìde pé à ń jà fún self determination a fẹ́ kí a pín so tí self determination yẹn ó mean a lot ṣe tí wọ́n fine because kò sí náà kò sómi kò sí security kò sí nǹkan kan tó ta lè sọ pé nǹkan ta lè sọ pé ó wà nínú wa tàbí tí ń yẹn gàn nílé tàbá nínú 2 hours àmọ́ tó pẹ́ fọlọ́ 2 hours Nigeria dẹ̀ ń ta nípa another country táwọn nínú for long tí wọ́n tún dúpẹ́ fún àwọn lónà for 10 years tí náà wọ́n ṣẹ́jú Nigeria lọ́dẹ̀ ń ta nípa wọn.
Bàbá olóyè kí ló ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní kò yá wọn.
Ohun tó ń pè ní orílẹ̀-èdè ni pé láti jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ nílùú wọn mọ ẹ̀tọ́ wọn kí wọ́n ní ìyà ò ní jẹ wọn iná máa wà gbogbo security gbogbo nǹkan máa wà létòlétò bí lè ṣe wà yìí ṣe tí wọ́n sáà ìyẹn láti mọ̀ pé àwa náà wà lórílẹ̀-èdè tiwa ìlú tó ní wàrà tó lóyún tó ní.
Now, you are listening to Igboho there explaining to us the reason why we want Yoruba nation. But yet, we will still see some Yoruba people that will attack him, that will say, shut up. Are you not one of them before? Is that not how you make your money? Why are you fighting for Yoruba people? And it baffles people like us because you wonder if we want to continue a lifestyle that is not worth it when there is a room for us to change that lifestyle that we have not enjoyed. But Yoruba people are very difficult people until tabari kini e tó ti fi hangi wa, we will then, start reacting. But apart from that, we don't react quickly because we leave everything to God to come and help us. Rather than for us to tackle it together, Amama attacking àwọn tó ń ṣe, because some of us are jealous, some of us want it to be like Pawalawa Dibe. And all these are the reason why some of us are always saying it can't continue like this. If it was not done before, for whatever reason, does not mean it can still not yet be changed. But the Yorubas prefer it not to change because if it gets changed and we're not in that kind of the tyranny way, tyranny. That's the right word I'm looking for. Your life on Koikimedia once again, 14th of January 2025, 11:31. Bashin review this video. This video, I can analyze it for a lot of programs. But apparently, it seems that we just need to continue to take snip view from it. So let's go back to the video and hear how Chief Sunday Igboho, while he was in London, explaining the reasons why we need to get out now, not because of him, but because of the future of many Yoruba people that are trapped in the current Nigeria of today. And it's not just Igboho that is asking that we should leave Nigeria. We saw Tunde Ednot put out a post, and we didn't tell him to do it. We didn't pay him. He picked up a video that I recorded in London, just like many of them have used it. And that video, Igboho spoke to say, let's separate Nigeria if it's not working. And Tunde Ednut asked in that video, with all his followers, about 1 million plus, Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa should go their separate ways if Nigeria isn't working as a country. The question is Nigeria working as a country? Don't tell us it's going to work, because we have had that so many times from different politicians. And Tinubu did not destroy Nigeria, okay? But he brought in Buhari that created the havoc that killed 29,000 Yoruba people. Nigeria has been destroyed for a very long time before Tinubu came to power. But Tinubu was part of the system. And whatever the plan to revert it that is doing, as long as we still remain Nigeria, whoever becomes the next president, if Tinubu doesn't even succeed, we will not likely to see all the, the changes that Tinubu is trying to put together. What do I mean by that? The tax reform, bringing, I told him long time to split the military to 6. I'm talking about where we keep our ammunition. We don't need to have the naval base anywhere in the north. They don't even have water. Split everything accordingly, and then so that please everybody has enough weapon to fight each other if the war goes out. And he might be going through that line, but for us, we don't want him to continue to go into that line. We want him to just stop it now, and he can stop it. There's no hell that we get loose. If the North are not happy, they take any chances, we will fight them if they say they don't want to go. And if they want us to go separately where we don't need to fight each other, we will still be neighbors. So the poll that I did, it says that Chief Sunday Igboho says Nigeria should separate Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and the rest of the indigenous people as an independent country. 90% people said yes. Only 2% said no. 1% say, I don't know. I'm sure those ones are Fulani. Because I don't know why people will say, I don't know. Which one is you don't know? Union is a failure, 7%. But 90% of Nigerians said no more to one Nigeria, conscious by force. So I don't know why we are forcing each other, because we will end up killing each other if we don't stop it now. And I'm serious. We will end up killing each other. Why do we then need to kill each other when we can do it in a peaceful way? The peaceful way is where I want to take us through tonight again. Because the peaceful way, I have been able, and that's one of the reasons why I came out tonight, because it might be tomorrow, I might not be able to come back to that tomorrow, but there's something I saw that really wants me to buttress that in terms of, no, we don't need a rally. No, we are going to do a rally that will shut down the system, that will force them to talk to us, that will force them to ask that our demand must be met. And that doesn't mean a war. So prepare for the biggest rally to shut down the Southwest. We'll come back to that in a minute. But let's go back to how Igboho was explaining during his visit to London regarding reason why we need to exit Nigeria.
àlàáfíà tó nífọ̀kànbalẹ̀. àdè máa sọ èdè ààrẹ. a máa sọ èdè wa kò sí pé dandan kí gbogbo english ṣe èdè lédè ni it's not my language. ẹ ṣọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ yìí di english. it's not my language. àyà lónìí.
Right there again, English is not our language. Igboho is clear about it. And I'm always happy that a lot of us are now understanding that English is a borrowed language. English. The reason why we are speaking English now is just for, the international audience. It's nothing more than that. But because we know that on this platform, we have people that are watching us from Cuba, South America, Brazil. They don't speak Yoruba frequently, and we need to engage them. And we're also talking to people that we need their sympathy. Not that they're going to do anything, but their sympathy in preparedness for the worst case scenario. So that, I think I used to watch that guy called Koikimedia. He talks about self-determination. He's a good guy. Why are they attacking them? They shouldn't attack them. So many reasons Tashin saw they get in here is not because of anything. Because this platform is an international platform. So Igboho talking about English is not our language is a fact. And it is only when you have been able to see the world beyond what you can see now, you'll understand that we don't own English language. We don't own it. Oishetiwa is not for us. But apparently, many of us wants to believe it's ours. And I want to take you to the India External Affairs Minister, Jas Akin, that was addressing a community event in Spain. While he was speaking in English, he was also speaking in his own native language. He was mixing it together. And let's hear a bit of what he was saying, and we'll go back to Igboho again in just about a few minutes. You're still watching Koikimedia, bringing the world closer to your doorsteps.
आपकी बात सुनना चाहते हैं क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं उनके मन में है देयर इज समथिंग टू लर्न इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट ऑल्सो टू रिलेट और क्या पता ये लोग कहीं काम आए.
You see, also India, the main language, and is also speaking in English. So that means that, a day, the language is an important one that Igboho, was explaining in this particular video, just at the doorstep of London Underground on the Seven Sisters. You can see the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, direction for football. But many people now will say, oh no, Igboho doesn't understand English. He's an illiterate. Okay, he's an illiterate, but he's feel better than many of your politicians that refuse to stand firm against the injustice on the Yoruba soil, where the Fulanis have now become the powerful one. And you might say, shut up. At least Igboho is still well learned than many of the criminals that cannot do the needful. And that takes me to another video that I picked up from Arise TV, a well-detailed 34-minute documentary. I'm just going to give you the snip view because we give you the snip view and we expect you to go and find where the video and watch it yourself. Wàá sunkún fún Nàìjíríà, ìwọ tó ṣe ń sọ pé wọ́n Nàìjíríà. Watch this and you will cry that this country is a death trap. We get out of it now. It's for the interest of me and you. You want to stay inside of it, it will end up killing you and making your life a miserable one. This video was posted 11 hours ago on the Arise News YouTube channel, so that in case you are looking for the reference point, you will know where to look for it. I'm not going to give you everything. I will just give you probably the few sneak view to see how your military that wants to fight for Nigeria have been deceived by the criminals within the system. Continue to blame Igboho for everything while your country is going down on your head. Watch this video.
2014, 70 soldiers faced an army court-martial and were sentenced to death for mutiny before it was commuted to 10 years imprisonment. However, 3 years after a Council of State pardon, the 70 soldiers are yet to receive their terminal benefits and discharge certificates from the army.
The reason why I have to keep pausing because it's a brand new video that have been uploaded. They've done a fantastic job. It's not mine. We haven't paid them to go and do it. Media is not free. I will not have access to have done something like this. So that means to use that video, we need to do an analysis on it. If you want to watch the video without any analysis, now, 70 soldiers were pushed out of the military for nothing. For the fact that they say, we can't fight, which you're going to listen to. They have not been given their discharge certificate. That means that they are not there, they are not here. They are not there, they are not here. The person where they never give discharge certificate, how they go pay them? This is the country that you want me to live in. and believe in, even if we believe in it at some point, you must be crazy. You're bomb bastard. We are telling you that Nigeria military can no longer sustain itself because we have been told continuously that there is nothing called Nigerian military anymore. The Nigerian military that we know back then is no longer the Nigerian military that we know today. In the influx of Fulani terrorists that have invaded the Nigerian military, that have overrun it. And let's go back and hear more from this particular video. Again, good evening to those of you that have joined us.
Army. In this special report, Arise correspondent Oyeteme George examines the issues and how the ex-soldiers are coping since their unceremonious exit from the army.
How are they coping? They should be asking everybody how we are coping. Because the person who finish university, you should ask him, how is he coping? The person who never go university wants to get to university, how is he going to cope? The nurse at the hospital, how is he going to cope? The man that is still on the road trying to get his way back home right now because he doesn't have enough fund to get on the public transport has worked so much that how are they going to cope? The infant, the widows, the many problems that this country continue to consume. Yet, you are going to blame people that are saying, let us liberate ourselves, let us free ourselves. You want to put that blame on us? We are talking about Nigerian military can no longer look after their own in terms of discharge, pay them off. They have not done so. So how do you expect the same country to look after you? The people where they protect the country, they can't look after them. We're talking about the Nigerian military. The Nigerian military that we love so much that you want to be part of it before. Because the kind of war that they are fighting, that image. But we are now talking about the same Nigerian military. Inside it, you go hear Yoruba person name in there. You go hear another, indigenous people's name. These same Yoruba people now that are there, tell them to support Yoruba nation, they will say no. But the Nigerian military that they served, I don't know how long some of them have served. They have not been given a discharge certificate. They have not been paid because the system can no longer cope. Let's hear more from that video again.
From a distance, a lonely canoe and two figures paddle in the Fangbe River in Yenagoa Council area of Bayelsa State. The water is quiet, save for the meaningless chatter of happy children as the weary fishermen approach the shore.
Traders, I want to...
I meet Endurance Kulukulu at the waterfront of his community. After toiling all day, all he gets is this dangling fish, struggling for survival. The young man was a private awaiting promotion in the Nigerian army in 2014 when he and other soldiers...
He was awaiting promotion. Mopose, you will hear the other part. Imagine somebody that is expecting promotion after working so hard. And then now say, no, you're not even going to get any promotion. Because we are going to even charge you for mutiny. We put you on death sentence. And they fought it. They put them on the, death row. And then they fought it rather. Then they put them on 10 years. And after 10 years, say baba. Olori Buruku gave them pardon. And they gave them pardon. They don't give them money. They don't discharge them. And you expect people like us to still trust and believe in this country. I'm asking you a question. Because I don't know. Because you expect me to trust this same country that, that cannot do the needful for the military that is meant to serve Nigeria and protect Nigeria, arise, O compatriot, and all this nonsense. Let's go back and watch more.
Faced a court-martial for refusing to fight terrorist organization Boko Haram in a special mission to recapture Dalua and Damboa in Borno State. And
what is the reason why they don't want to fight? Is it because something? We will know the reason in a minute. I have watched the video. I know what the reason is. But imagine in Nigeria now we come and start arguing, start doing all kind of analysis. And that is the country that you want me and you to still trust. Let's watch more.
Nigerian's Kulukulu is willing to share his experience with me, and of course, that painful disengagement from the Nigerian army.
Went to Damboa, Goza, Polka, Atagara, Gava 1, Gava 2, all those places we walk around. We went to Gamburu Gala, Meduguri, Mariti, close to Shad. We have been dealing with them, not on the equipment that they did not give to us to go and fight. So what we use is only yilos. What we need before is APC. I'm alive today. I'm even thanking God.
Imagine people that they have told to go and fight Eloja on behalf of Nigeria. Yet, they could not give them the right equipment to fight. They refused to give them what it entails to fight. And you still expect a better outcome of a better Nigeria. When is this better Nigeria going to happen? When should we expect the better Nigeria? Is it after you have become an old man, old woman? Is it after you have departed? When are you expecting these better Nigeria? Because the future that we have been told, only future. And if you hear what this guy was talking about, it now gives us why this man told us. But many Nigerians say, no, shut up, you are old anyone, no, and all that. Okay, he's a thief as well. But he's giving us a warning that, hey, this country that you all are expecting your military to come, and some of the military wants to fight. But the ones that wants to fight, they put them in mutiny because they say, you're not fighting. But the soldier is now coming out to say, we want to fight now, but you didn't give us the right equipment to fight. And this is what T.Y. Danjuma told every single one of us many years ago. Watch and listen.
One of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits.
Now, the question is, who is colluding? Is it the soldier that wants to fight, or the generals that did not provide the equipment for them to fight? Talon collude. You can tell that the ones that you are thinking that are the top brass, the Fulanis among them, do not want the Fulanis to kill Fulani. So the Yoruba and the Benue, the Edo, the Igbos that are in the military, they want to fight. They killed Tolulopa Rotile. She was taken out completely. The first helicopter combat pilot that we've ever had in the history of the Nigerian, Air Force or whatever she was a pilot of. She died at a very young age. You think the Fulani cares? They will kill many of you without even worry. These ones are even lucky that they're still alive to come and talk about their story. Do you know how many people? You hear them talking about it. I will do see how much we can take of this video. But I have to keep coming in and out of the video. It's a brand new video. I don't own it. I don't have a copyright to it. We're using it for educational purpose, so that you bomb bastard and your Yoruba lushi. That she saw Nigeria, you will die. Nigeria mapa and I have no regret saying that. Until your head start thinking that this country is not in the interest of us. Let's get the hell out now before you become the next victim. Let's go back. Now that we know that, not that Tiwa Danjuma was talking to all the soldiers. Some soldiers were ready to fight. This was in 2014. No? That's about how many years ago now? 2014 is what you are hearing now. The incident from 2014. And we are here in 2025. And you expect this shit hole country, the zoological country, the weary country, the bomb bastard country, that if we need to kill people to go, we must kill them. But people say, no, don't kill anybody. Stop talking about killing. Then the question is, are we ready to push out for the rally so that nobody gets killed? We will get there in just about a few minutes. I want to quickly clear a little bit of this, because in America, on the 20th, 70 cities will be shut down for a peaceful rally. Rally is part of the engagement. January 20, cities will be shut down in America as they are putting Trump there. As he becomes the president, people are protesting. We will come out and protest. And I'm being very factual here. But we are coming out and nothing is going to stop it. Let's go back to T.Y. Danjuma.
They kill people, kill Nigerians.
They were not just killing Nigerians, they were also killing innocent indigenous military guys in there. They knew that the Yoruba in there, they need to kill him. So they will push them to the where the Boko Haram is. They will ambush them. They will kill every one of them. They will push the Igbo people there. They will ambush them. They kill every one of them. They push even some of their Hausas and they kill them. They were killing all indigenous Nigerians within the military using their Fulanis. I mean, you will hear the video and you are still believing in one Nigeria. If you ever watch this video on a full scale, I'm talking about the video of this military. I am just doing analysis on it. Hello video, and you tell me you still believe in one Nigeria, because you will understand that some military personnel were ready to sacrifice their blood for Nigeria, but their Fulani caliphate did not want them to kill any Fulanis. So imagine the Nigerian army were using AK-47 and they were crying, ammo tinton, bullet. Where those ones were using, you will hear one of them. I don't know if I can push this video. One of them say that RPG was like pure water for these Fulani terrorists. They were all having RPG. You know what RPG is? Bomb bastard and your Mali. Continue to say you want to save Nigeria. Nigeria, bababati, yeah. Let's go back to T.Y. Danjuma.
They facilitate their movements.
Did you hear that? The Fulani facilitate their movement. So they push military guys there, give them small AK-47 with 30 rounds. And by the time they use that 30 round, the full scale of the Fulani Boko Haram will come out. Let me pause this T.Y. Danjuma. That ex-soldier, he was about to be promoted when they took him out. Till today, this video was posted just today by Arise TV. He has not been paid. He has not been discharged. So he's not there. He's not there. He served one Nigeria and one Nigeria has served him back.
Enter in an ambush. We lost about 21 men.
Did you hear that? They enter the ambush. Ambush is the most dangerous thing for any military personnel. How are they getting into ambush? Because T.Y. Danjuma made it known that they facilitate their movement.
Kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movement.
So this genuine Nigerian military man, personnel, he wants to fight. He wants to defend Nigeria. He wants to protect me and you so that we can live freely in Ashokoto, in Adamawa, in anywhere we want to live. But the top brass knew that they were going to fight genuinely. They gave them small round of weapons, AK-47 maximum, no RPG, no MPG, no APC vehicle to protect them. And the people that they are going to fight, they already gave them the numbers of soldiers that are coming. They already gave them the total number of weapons that they have. Listen back to the guy. Let me rewind it and hear how he said that they lost 21 soldiers. Do you know how many Yoruba in there? Do you know how many Igbo in there? How many other indigenous people? And you come and tell us to save Nigeria. You know go better for your papa. If you ever tell us to save Nigeria, you know go better for your papa. If Nigeria needs to burn down, let it burn down now. But we don't want it to burn down. That is why we are telling you we come out for rally so that we can push our way out. Idiots all over the place. Let's go back and hear him before we come back to Tiwa Danjuma again.
That close to Shad, we have been dealing with them, not on the equipment that they did not give to us to.
Emma Binu, and I was shaking my head. Moria Walata, and I was shaking my head while I was watching it. I just spoke to Walata just some few hours ago. I was shaking my head as I was watching this video. And I said to myself, are we sure that this country needs to be saved? This country is too big to be saved. Let's have many military personnel in different nations, even the smallest nation among us. And the one we don't get enough, we will give them support from the bigger ones. Rather than keeping one entity, Nigerian military, that is as useless as tissue paper, cannot protect the citizens. And that is why Buhari was able to kill 29,000 Yoruba people. Let's go back again.
Gavatu, all those places we walk around. We went to Gamburu Gala, Meduguri, Mariti, that close to Shad. We have been dealing with them, not on the equipment that they did not give to us to go and fight. So what we use is only yilos. What we need before is APC. I'm alive today. I'm even thanking God. We enter in an ambush. We lost about 21 men. 2 by 19 is what we lost that day. So we now say they should give us this weapon to fight those deadly sects. They refuse to give us.
It's funny, is it? They were asking for give us weapon. They refused to give them weapon. So that means it's a death trap. What sets one up? And this guy said, you know what? No, we're not fighting. Rather than the military to look into the reason why they didn't give them weapon, they just say, well, they put them on mutiny. They even put them on death row until Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, intervened and said, no. It can't happen like this. Are you still a one believer of one Nigeria, Abi? You're expecting Peter Obi to come back, Atiku to take over, Tinubu to rig himself back, instead of us to all say enough is enough. The unity is not there. The love is not there. And don't come and tell us about one stupid leadership. Let's get out now. While we stop there for now, because like I said, this is not my video, I want to take us quickly to 230 abandoned street children remain unclaimed. The question is how? I don't understand. According to the report, Kano Isba lament that 230, not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, 230 children abandoned. They have not been unclaimed. They're just sleeping all over the place until they find themselves into Lagos, into Kano, into Maiduguri, into Yoruba land. A recent operation by the Kano State Isba Board has rescued over 230 children from the street, but surprisingly, none of their parents have come forward to claim them. They become government property. Oh, Lord, about àti wọ problem, àti wọ gàù, à ń fi kú ṣeré, à ń fi wàhálà tí ó ń bọ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú, a fi ń jó gẹ̀lẹ̀dẹ̀. A sọra wa di ẹran àmúso táwọn Fúlàní fi padànù, tàdé ní ká má jẹ́ kó pa wá. How can 230 children be roaming about, no parents, and nobody has come to claim them? The Commander General of the Kano State Isba Board, Aminu Daurawa, expressed dismay at the situation, stating that the children were mostly under 15 years old and had been living in public places like railway stations, market, and motor parks. They are waiting for the next car to bring them to Lagos, to bring them to Ondo State, to bring them to where? Who are these children? Are they Boko Haram children? Are they genuine children? Are they from where? Are they Nigerians? Whoever saw what happened some weeks ago of 230 children were picked up, all of which were not up to 15 years old. This is just the first instance. So that means there are even more than that. We have traced and understand that there are about 5,000 of such children. These are 5,000 jihadis waiting to come and kill you by the time they are ready to move to Lagos or your Ogun. And you can say, shut up, Koiki. Stop making things up. Let me quickly give you this other story that is coming from another source. Not this one. This one says, 1 minute. It's the same. I'm going to take from there. This is the channel where you will learn how to hate this your shithole country that you are trying to protect. Let's quickly give you, which one is this again? Help locate family member of an accident victim. Olabisi Toluwani. Olabisi Toluwani is currently receiving treatment at Accident and Emergency Unit at Lautech Teaching Hospital, Bomosho, following a road accident at Olo last night. Occupants of the vehicle were robbed of their valuables, including mobile phones at the scene. Toluwani was traveling to Ore to Bomosho when the accident occurred. We urgently need to contact the family members. Ẹ tó bá mọ family there, ẹ sọ fún wọn pé ọmọ wọn wà ní Lautech lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí. You can see the damage. No treatment. Look at it. They just take that picture like that. They just bombard it on the social media. No respect for humanity. We're a country. That's not what I wanted to go about anyway. Let's come back here. Now, Oodua People's Congress, OPC, they're shouting out, they're crying out. Not the Gani Adam faction. They have many factions. And we respect every single one of them. We hope we can. Because they're also calling Igboho. You hear Igboho's name now. Let me quickly read it to you. For those of you that doesn't know that these 5,000 children are just another jihadis waiting to come and kill us if we do nothing now. Sheri Watoni, Emi Okukuni Losi, Muni Koja Lagos State. Well, I hope that you know that your Lagos State is not safe as well. I hope that you know that no part of Yoruba land is safe because Fulani are ready to buy every single one of us if we do nothing now. Enuriba Yoni. One of our auntie, I think I told us about the incident last year, but I was told not to reveal too much. I contacted her. Just let me go on my Twitter or my WhatsApp. She reached out to me sometimes around so before the end of last year to inform me that a family member was kidnapped. The family member of theirs were kidnapped, I think around October, I'm not too sure. I'll see if the family member will be ready to speak to us now that it's been out. I reached out to her yesterday, and this is the audio I think I sent to her. Let's see. Let me play it out. Listen to my audio.
Oníbàálẹ̀ ṣe wá brọ́dà yín tí àwọn ti bí mú ṣọ́ọ́dẹ̀ padà wá rìlíìsì ẹ̀ torí mo gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ yín mọ́ àdéhùn wàhálà àdéhùn ìdààmú.
Okay, you can hear my glass of water there or whatever I was doing. I sent that audio to her at 19:01 yesterday. She replied back and she said, yes, they did at last after collecting ransom. Happy New Year. So we have now become Yoruba stupid that we are ready to pay ransom. Tell me, Banji can support the Koikimedia so that we can shout out now, we can prepare our people for the eventualities of all this problem. Some of us are doing it, we appreciate. While some of us are just saying, look, wala Koiki ti pọ̀ jù jàre. Ṣé wọ́n nìkan ni? Ṣé wọ́n nìkan ló ní ìdòwò ni? It's okay. Àwọn tó kù lè má need lọ ṣe pariwo. Bí wọ́n ní another source of income. Imagine. We are paying ransom. And then some of you will now say, oh, our warriors should go and fight. Did you give them the weapon to go and fight? Are they the governors? Èmi ò mọ àwọn warriors tẹ́ni tẹ́ kó bọn fún, tẹ́ni kọ́ máa wọnú gbó lọ bá Fúlàní jà. But let's hear how the OPC, the version from President Otumba Wasiu Afolabi Mukiisa alias Asakari. And when we talk about OPC, don't come and tell me about Gani Adams. There are many OPC now, okay? We hope that everyone can come together in one unity and stop Nigeria. Not about Nigeria to remain. We must stop Nigeria because it's not about Fulani alone in the forest. It's about the criminal politicians that have become too powerful and doesn't want Nigeria to break. Ẹ̀dá àgbọ̀n kan táwọn OPC fi kọ àkọ̀wé síta. Kódà wọ́n porúkọ Ìgbòho náà nínú press release. Invite us, they are begging our governors, invite us to dislodge Fulani terrorists in the southwest. So it is no longer Koiki ló kógun wá. Anybody ever say that Igboho la kógun wá kò ní dá fún bàbá yẹn ní ṣoríire. If you ever talk about me bringing war to Nigeria through Yoruba land, because the war is already on our doorstep, like Professor Wole Soyinka said. We were shouting that Ogun iti wole. Some of you say we were making it up. But it's good now that your governor is shouting and many of you are also crying out. Let's hear once again. Invite us to dislodge Fulani terrorists in the southwest. OPC to Yoruba governors. The Oodua People's Congress has called on the 6 governors of the southwest state to treat the building of camps by insurgents and terrorists in Yoruba forest as a security emergency. In a statement that was released on Sunday, just Sunday, Jetai, in Lagos State, OPC President Otumba Wasiu Afolabi alias Askari emphasized the need for urgent action to tackle the menace. These foreign Fulani terrorists have always said that after conquering the north, the south will be the next. Now it is happening. So it is no longer like it's not happening. One, it is already happening. So who will be the next victim? Nobody knows. I pray none of us are victims, but I pray that we will not be stupid enough not to do anything now. Afolabi said. But the OPC is ready to let these evil dreamers know that Yoruba land can never be conquered. And I pray it will never, never be conquered or occupied by foreign invaders. So it's not about Igbo now, because everybody, Igbo. We hate them so much and we don't want them to go. But these ones that we're talking about now, they don't even hate us. They will buy you even if you are having disability challenges, like they did with Mr. Ade, the one that we talked about in Kogi State. Okay, let's go further. All we are demanding from the Southwest governors is the necessary invitation, equipment, and support to do what is needed to be done to wipe out this menace of foreign criminals. They are not criminals, they are terrorists. So we should stop using the word criminals. The OPC call to action comes after Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde cried out, raised alarm about terrorists escaping from military bombardment in the north and building camps in the southwest forest. Imagine, they are leaving the North Sambisa forest. They are now coming to, bring their madness into Yoruba land, the one that we have been talking about for a very long time. Afolabi also called on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to collaborate with the southwest governors to neutralize the threat of Boko Haram. So now, we have now been confirmed that there is a threat of Boko Haram in Yoruba land. It's no longer communism. It's a fact, and evidence are continue to build up on a daily basis. And we saw the 10 terrorists that have been detained in Abuja for the next 60 days that goes through interrogation, and other insurgents in the region. Afolabi emphasized that the time for paying lip service to insecurity is over. Peace is the most important thing in any society. Without security and peace, no society can make progress. So you, when you think say there will be progress in Yoruba land, I pity you. Okay? I pity you. Because in mobility, peace is failure when there is no security. Let's continue. Without security and peace, no society can make progress. With the alarm sounded by Governor Seyi Makinde, all hands must be on deck to wipe out this essential threat to our collective welfare and send these evil people to hell or wherever they came from. The OPC president stressed that federal government must not play politics with the issue. Tinubu must lead from the front and mobilize the armed forces to align with Amotekun, OPC, Vigilante Hunters, Agbekoya, and Sunday Igboho's team to face this dangerous threat to our collective peace and existence. So they are also calling Igboho to come and help in this menace of insecurity. I know some of you will start calling me and say, Koikimedia Igboho lo. I will leave that. Baba knows the best what he will do, but we always appreciate all your advices all the time. Now, let's go back, to the 230 children. Well, from what we are told, they are more than that. They are telling us that this is just the first instance. We have traced and understand that there are about 5,000 of such children, Daurawa said. He further explained that the governor had made necessary preparations before the operation, and the children were picked from various locations, including railway lines, underbridge, markets, and motor parks. Sadly, 4 of the rescued children were confirmed dead due to heat, cold weather, sickness, and other related illness. Daura noted that the operation was carried out between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., a time when a child should be at home with their parent. 230 children. What on suka kiri? On suka kiri. You understand that? Eh? 230 children sleeping outside. No parents, no family. How? Bashar Ahmed, a former presidential aide and chieftain of the All Progressive Congress, described the situation as heartbreaking. So I watched that deeply moving video of Sheikh Aminu Daura, where he narrated a heartbreaking story about the recent ISBA operation in Kano, who rescued over 250 children from the street who were abandoned by their parents. Who are these parents? Why are they abandoning their children? Ahmed commended the Kano state governor for his effort and hoped that initiative will serve as an eye-opener for critical discussion on the menace. He emphasized that while the government alone cannot address all issues, it has the power to rally support from capable individuals and organizations to tackle challenge collectively. Well, that is the first part of the video and the discussion. The second part will be coming in just about a few minutes. So, because I'm not going to do more than 2 hours, so let me quickly move straight to the next one because I got to go after this, and I need to go and sleep. Let's come here now. We have talked about, our rally. While many of you argue that Konshi rally will come, when I saw this particular, Twitter handle, it's the first time I'm seeing them, and I thought it's a good thing to explain while engaging the government is still in the interest of everyone. We engage the government, it will be better for us. It will be limited to us being portrayed as, terrorists, secessionists, and all that. That is the reason why we come out on a peaceful rally and continue to engage, which is exactly what Akintoye has instructed. Now, let's read a little bit more from this particular, group. Who are they? I don't know. But it seems that there are people that are fighting for workers' rights, women's rights, immigrants' rights, money for people needs, not money for the people's needs, not the war machine. So these ones are called We Fight Back. January 20, National Day of Action. Eléyìí máa ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Amẹ́ríkà ni o, torí ẹlòmíì bá gbọ́ nísìn, ó ṣe Nàìjíríà o. Eléyìí ni pé àwọn èèyàn wa tá à ń sọ fún pé Yorùbá Nation Rally tá a fẹ́ jáde tẹ́ni kò ń ṣe rally ló kàn. Àwọn kan náà fẹ́ jáde similar to fight back for a purpose, and that means that in every cities across the country, a nationwide mobilizing opposing Trump's ultra-right. What does that mean? Let's read further. We can't defeat Trump's extreme right. We can defeat Trump's extreme right and billionaire agenda. Wọ́n náà wọ́n lè paná àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ kankan tí Trump àtàwọn olówó ẹ̀ fi ṣe. Just like báwa náà ṣe ń pètò fún afẹ́ Yorùbá nation, a lè gbé ìgbésẹ̀ ká jáde ní ìjáde láti fi gbèrè fún ẹ̀tọ́ wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí right wa fún self-determination. But many people will always argue stupidly that generally ló kàn. Àwọn tó jẹ́ advanced country, they are still engaging. They are still doing exactly that as well. So I don't see any reason why our náà lè ṣe the same thing. So let's read further. On Inauguration Day, January 20, 2025, people will come together in Washington, D.C. and in the cities and towns across the country in a nationwide mobilization opposing Trump's ultra-right àti billionaire agenda. Kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní mobilization? Which is exactly what we are telling our people. We need to start mobilizing ourselves to prepare for the D-Day rally. Ká máa jáde, ká máa bèrè fẹ́tọ́ wa, ká máa sọ pé Yorùbá nation la fẹ́, àfẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́. Kí ló dé láti fẹ́ Nàìjíríà? We want our identity. We are tired of Fulani killing. We are not going to live in a country where terrorist agenda continue to flourish. People want to take our land. Many other reasons like that. Mobilization. The action of a country or its government preparing and organizing troops for active service. We are not troops. We are not army. But we are people that can mobilize 10 million people to the street of Lagos, 5 million people in Oyo, 1 million in other states. And if all that happens, the end of Nigeria is here. But àwọn Yorùbá ò ní fẹ́ yẹn because you are used to somebody to push and push you before we go out. If we don't go out, we will all suffer the consequence of many things that we have been talking about. So when we talk about, mobilization, the act of organizing or preparing for something, such as a group of people for a purpose. Who are we? The indigenous people of Yoruba wants to come out and be able to have their independent Yoruba nation without a war, without a fight. And what are we going to do? We're going to be coming out on our massive outing. And when we say we should prepare, it's not Koikimedia that is telling you to go and prepare, because some of you are thinking that they need a moving direction. If you want to prepare, you prepare. If you don't want to prepare, but I will only joke because it is important that everybody go and prepare. Diaspora, call your people and tell them. If not, you will keep sending money and it's not going to solve the problem. It is entirely up to every one of us to mobilize our people. And you will lolly, there's no doubt about it. Mobilize your people. The more people, the better for us. The less people, it is as a disadvantage. So we mobilize. Abroad, we want Yoruba nation, especially those of you that believe in it, and mobilize your people. You can give them money to go and do anything. Let them do it. You don't need to send money to me because I'm not interested in you sending money to me. Send it to your loved ones and prepare them for it because IGBOHO ní Kwara, go to in Lagos State. We need everybody to come out in different parts of Yoruba land, and it has to happen if we want to be free. If not, we will all suffer the consequence of the Fulani agenda to take over our land. It's as simple as that. So, the world
mobilization,
the act of organizing Yoruba mega rally or preparing for something. What are we preparing for? We want to exit Nigeria, such as a group of people for a purpose. So, the area is notorious for low turnout, making voter mobilization crucial. So the more people come out, the better for us. The less people come out, it will take longer. And I don't pray so, but I just because people always misquote me, Baba Kone, and man boss the man so 20 years all the time. When I say 20 years, what I mean by that is that it will take 20 years to build back a Yoruba nation. It will never take 20 years for us to get Yoruba nation. There's no way I've ever said that Oma take 20 years that might buy Yoruba nation. And I want to be very clear with that because we're running out of time. Now, just to explain what these ones want to do, because they are mobilizing against Trump the January 20, and this is going to happen across every city in America. They're talking about 70 cities and thousands of groups. One message: we will fight back, take action. Question. What we need to do is come out and ask for our rights. But we have every right. But so you can see it in just 1 week. All this is going to happen in 5 days now. In just 1 week, in America, January 20, 70 cities across the country will take to the street. That is the pointer of the program tonight. In 15 January 2025, midnight, half of the day, 12:30 a.m. in London. So you want to argue with, I need a rally, I need a rally. I want to wà l'America gan sọ pé àwọn máa take to the street to fight back. Kí ló fi fight back fún? These are their own reason to fight back. Let's read it quickly. Trump ran a con game during the election. His real agenda is to destroy workers' rights. Ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. Deport millions of immigrant families. Ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. Pave the way for a complete corporate capitalist takeover by ending regulations to protect the environment. Ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. Firing thousands of public sector workers. Ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. Transferring ever large part of national treasury to the military industry complex. Lára ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. He is 100% behind Netanyahu genocide war against the Palestinian and the Arab people. Ìdí tó ṣe fi jáde nìyẹn. The Trump victory in 2024 election represent the complete failure of the Democratic Party to stop the rise of the ultra-right. When we account Democrats to stop it, I'm going to stop it. I'm love for Trump láyé. Then we must say Trump coming in, as long as tó bá favor àwa kò mí kò máa favor wa fún gbogbo nǹkan. What we need to understand is that can we take advantage of a man that is coming that nobody knows what he's going to do? As we stand today, ó ti fún àwọn ní Hamas àti Israel ultimatum to end the problem and the shithole that is going on there that has led to the death of multiple people. He's coming in, he's going to end the war in Ukraine and Russia. And he might even start another war as he's asking to buy Greenland and many other things that he's talking about. But Tabale take advantage with Trump who gbádùn. Káwa náà lo advantage yẹn ó ti yàtọ̀ sí àwọn Democrat. The Democrat fail everybody. They are as useless as tissue paper. Now that we have a new man coming in, àwa la ní láti take advantage, but àwọn kan náà tó fẹ́ protest against the America. So the question is, why are we scared to come out and defend our right on the street? So you expect an American to come and protest for you? Well, I hope that is not what we are waiting for. So as the date has not been announced, but let us start mobilizing. Mo bá àwọn group kan ṣe meeting ní, I think, over the weekend, and we will continue to engage and talk. But there is no way we are going to say it more than the fact that let everybody mobilize. It's not about Koikimedia. I am just playing my role as the media to prepare you. So when I saw this, I didn't want to leave it to tomorrow. I wanted to make sure that this particular broadcast comes quickly to buttress what I have been saying. Because some stupid people, even the diaspora, stupid people, even those that live in a civilized society are coming out, and they're doing so on January 20, when they will be coming out to defend their right. We fight back, and you can see there, that is their website, and you can even see there, donate. Donate, the problem. You continue to support a project like us, it will help us to engage more. But if we don't have the more resources, stop what we are doing, but we can only do what we can do if we are not getting enough support. So you can see there, 70 cities all coming out, thousands of groups. We will fight back. That is the message. Are we going to fight back as well for Yoruba Nation? I'm sure we want to fight back, and we're going to fight back to support Baba Akintoye. We fight back to support ourselves. We fight back to free ourselves from the bondage and the shackles of the 1914 amalgamation. Just to listen more a little bit to the soldiers, again.
So we say, except they give us that thing, we cannot go and commit suicide.
In Igboho streets in the Ikeja area of Lagos State, where I've come to speak with Daniel Audu, one of the soldiers granted pardon by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration after a Council of State's approval.
Nigeria is not being fair to us. I fought for this country in the Northeast there more than a year, and you discover that when we embarked on mission, we lost some competent men that are supposed to be the defender of this country because of inferior weapon. And we are still appealing to the government that without that weapon, this country cannot withstand the challenge that is ongoing. For how long that the military are there fighting in Maiduguri? If we are being given the appropriate weapon, fighting Boko Haram won't take us more than 6 months, because I know the training we had.
Charged a total of 58 soldiers with mutiny and were sentenced to death by a court-martial in December 2014 for demanding weapons when the general officer commanding the 7th Division of the Nigerian Army visited a military camp in the war zone. 12 soldiers were earlier convicted and sentenced to death in September of the same month, raising the number to 70 on death row.
That's in 2014, December 17. We were given death penalty by firing squads. We were moved to Kirikiri prison. The death sentence was now commuted to 10 years imprisonment. With the effort of God and the effort of Sanfemi Falana, because he never give up. All through this journey, he never give up. He made sure we get justice.
Stop paying $5,000 to some group.
His narrative paints a picture of survival in the face of what he describes as unmatched weaponry at the battlefront.
If you see the kind of weapon those terrorists are having, in fact, we wish we are the one having this kind of weapon. Within 24 hours, those terrorists will not survive it. RPG have become, some of them, their personal weapon. You see them with MPMG, BNG. You see them with AK-47, with different type of bomb, mortar bombs. Even missiles they use it, they have all kinds of sophisticated weapons. Those Boko Haram, whenever they see us, they will say they should catch us with hand. It's only AK-47 we have. They should catch us with hand. They will be saying, Kamasu, they are another way, they should catch us with hand. And if they are coming in numbers, thousands.
I pity if you're still one of those that believe in this contraction known as Nigeria. Nigeria is not meant for anybody. It is only meant for the British that created it for their own selfish interest. As we are about to end the program, let's just listen to what T.Y. Danjuma told every single one of us some few years back.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
Impediment to Yoruba development is the impediment to Odua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
If you don't allow we Biafrans to go, that zoological republic called Nigeria will be a worse place than Somalia, and today it is happening. And if you have not applied for your Somalian visa, please try and do so. Should I say Somali visa? Try and do so as quickly as possible, because the zoo is on the path of destruction, and there is nothing man can do to reverse it. Mark today's date and what I'm telling you. Nigeria will be destroyed beyond human comprehension.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation. And the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Amadou Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. They thought, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country.
Which is it for you, Dr. Obadiah? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. How would the government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
And that's coming from the Koikimedia network again this particular day, the 15th January 2025 at exactly 20 minutes to 1 a.m. in London. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. So, ibi tí a máa rí ètò ti alẹ́ ìdè náà ni àti dé. We can't go further than yet. We pray that you will be able to support us. As we say, we pray that you will have enough to help this channel. Owó oúnjẹ kọ́ ni mò ń wá, owó tá a fi run organization to help us push as quickly as possible to reach more. There's a lot of things that we want to do. Not everything we can reveal online, but one thing is that we need the media to be able to work extremely hard. Thank you so much. If you're first time you've ever never saw me before, you probably have seen me, you have abused, I don't care. But one thing is that we will use this media to bring Nigeria to its knees. We will continue to shout to the world how criminal Nigeria is, how it has abetted many terrorists and many innocent Nigerians military were killed. As we saw, the mutiny, they are not paid, they are not discharged. Innocent Nigerians being kidnapped. Innocent Nigerians cannot go to proper healthcare system, welfare, many problems. That is what this media will do, to report Nigeria to the international world, while we will prepare for us to exit the madness that the British put together. So on that note, you can see the support button is coming through. When we say donate to Koikimedia, we specifically say good journalism, many independent media depend on you. We have a lot of resources that we are using, and we need to pay for these resources. Nothing comes free. And if you want to get the top notch, you would also have to support. Just like you're watching your Netflix and pay for it, you can also donate and pay for these services. From as little as big, it will go a long way, and we need many, not just one or two. mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa from bàbá mi Mao Olùdarí JP to Fatai Mọ́tájọ to Sabitu Ibrahim Àyànfẹ́ Olúwa Ọlámilékan Ọpẹ́ mo kí ẹ Star Bebe, thank you so much. AJ Tunde James Yakubu Kolawole and also Rahim Ibrahim Adebayo. Yoruba nation must stand by force, by fire, by force, not be by mouth. Any maku maku, any maye maye. You know, we will survive it, but don't expect it to come for free. And we must be preparing our mind for the worst case scenario if Tinubu government is not going to sit on the round table. Look, the death toll in Palestinian is a disaster. They are still coming back on the round table. Trump's off my way. Get it sorted out before I come in, and I'll see if I can use that video tomorrow for my sister broadcast first post. Netanyahu was in their one shake up and one Jew work. What's up, Latiri? The representative of America from Donald Trump's side that went to Israel. One Koleri. What's up, and eventually the negotiation that they should have accepted last year, they are now going to accept it after death and after some of their people that were kidnapped by Hamas have lost their life. Now they're going back to the round table. So why do we need to kill each other before we eventually exit Nigeria? But if you think that death is not going to happen, well, death is already happening on a daily basis. So Moki Mr. Akinlabi Ogbara, brother me, Otojameta, the last time I saw him, was on the bus 53 from Thamesmead, and I almost forgot myself, Baba Jebu, Eleru Tankasu, and I almost forgot it. Moki, Eti Egbowa lori Instagram, Ade Konta Moki International, Mr. Ade, I can't pronounce some of the name. Free to take Keke Oko, shout out to you. On the Twitter space, Moki, Mr. Muhyiddin, yes, over 230 children in Lagos, no parents and other states, also no Yoruba and Igbo children out of them. Yes, definitely, I'm a Fulani terrorist. Thank you so much for all the contribution. Mr. Adeleke Sadiq, Moki Ido Matthew, Moki Nyoke Ogun, Moki Prince Adebayo Shitu, and shout out to all our ones on the Twitter space as well. Mr. Ogundikwe Shakiru Mokinyi, Moki Mr. Ogundare Kunle Mokinyi, Moki Big Shark Mudeki Stone, and many of you that have joined us. You can support me before the last few seconds. Once again, these are the account details. It's very straightforward. Either the OPay, the First Bank, and if you don't have anything to offer, continue to pray for me and my family so that any attack on us doesn't get to our doorstep. That is going to go a long way. Moki Mamsini Dada, Moki Oloyegbowo, we spoke, almost 5 times yesterday. It's always private and it's doing very well. We're grateful. Moki Arole Odudua, Usman Wahab, Moki Walata. I spoke. Walata called me and is like, was telling me about a family of ours, a British Oyibo, and they were asking to come and verify herself. And I was saying to Walata, that's why the English people get angry. Imagine an English, person being asked to come and verify, themselves. You can imagine how they will feel. And the reason is because the driver license that this individual have is the old driver license, Koshan paper one. So now they'll feel upgraded, or one only that to verify. And I was joking with Walata that I will be angry as well. But what do I know? Aziz Bade Sherry Moria, brother me, Egbomi Jimmy Koya, please continue to support this platform. We need that funding. We are very low in funding. Come out to go through what we went through last year, and that's why I'm repeating it continuously. It's slowing a lot of things down. Oloro TV Plus, and if you're using my video, always put credit to Koikimedia. I don't have any problem using my video, but it is important that you credit my video because you are making money out of it. I have no issues, and I continue to say use my video, but please do credit me so that people know that Otodowani. Mr. Mukiyawa Olajire Koka Shekoni Rashid Balogun, thank you so much. Yawa Ewe Tomi Anu Moki Monsimilen Konse as well. Bishop Additional, kudos to the job that you're doing. We love you, we appreciate you. Not everybody will appreciate it, but it doesn't matter. Titilayo Show Mokiyima, Saliu Salise Moki, all those small, private people that always watch, even I want to need to do one woman by, Yami Folashade, your grandma come Aziz Shakir, shout out to you, Olamide Aliu, Wasiu, Triple DRS, and if I missed anybody, thank you so much, take your calls. And I have to go now because if you don't need that love for Belile. So I hope the message is clear. We need to be out there for a full rally, just as 70 cities will be coming out. Igboho cannot do it alone. Akintoye cannot do it alone. We need to support them so that our mission to exit Nigeria can happen quicker than we expect. Igboho is set, ready to go. Whether you are set, ready to go is the next question. But one thing is, I don't know. Okay, Mr. Adeyemi Olayemi, I gotta go now because it's quite late now, and I can only say, God bless Yoruba people. God bless the Biafra. We pray for Mazinam Dekano. We pray for Simon Ekpa. I pray that he will be out very soon and continue to do the diligent work that he's doing. And I hope all the situation, they're going through a lot in the Biafra right now, but I don't want to go into that area. I only pray that things will be resolved quicker. And on that note, I gotta go now. Thank you so much. God bless every one of us. It is not just Igboho that says Yoruba should break up. Every Nigeria also agree with Igboho that Nigeria needs to divide. If you're watching on the Twitter, thank you so much. And those of you on the Mixed LR, I say thank you so much. To all my back end team, I couldn't do it every day without you. You are the backbone of Koikimedia. To all my wives, my children, and to all the family of the Koikimedia for the loss of our mother, grandmother. She has been buried. 8 days funeral prayer will take place in New York. We pray for her. We pray for the children and the grandchildren. And may the soul of those that have departed continue to rest in peace. Koikimedia bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Bye.